Hi, so this is your next Maths Wizard video. So today we are going to look at division. So we're going to particularly just focus on division with whole numbers during this video. I will do an additional video involving division with decimal numbers. Okay, so if we look at this first example, we have 456 divided by 8 for this first one. So the method I'm going to show you is what's known as the bus stop method. So we write our 456 here, and we draw our little bus stop in here, and the number you are dividing by always goes here on the outside. Now, what's sometimes quite useful on this, if you're not so great with your 8 times table, if you can't remember it just off the top of your head, you might just want to write down maybe the first sort of 10 or so multiples of 8 down the bottom there. Obviously, it's useful if you can remember these. It does help for the purposes of speed, but if you can't, you can just keep adding 8 on, perhaps, until you get there. Just obviously it will take you a little bit longer. So if we look at this first one then, now 8 into 4 does not go. 8 doesn't go into 4 because 8 is bigger than 4. So we write a 0 on the top, and we move our 4 here. And now we will do 8 into 45. Now we can see from our 8 times table at the bottom here that we've got 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. So we've got 5 full 8s there. Our next multiple of 8 is 48. We've got a remainder of 5 here. So we write our 5 here. Now 8 goes into 56, and the exact number of times it goes in there, 7 times. So we've got a nice whole number answer on this particular one. Okay, our next example then, we've got 495 divided by 9. So again, same method again. 9 into 4 doesn't go, so we can write our 0 there and write our 4 there. Now 9 goes into 49 5 times. That's because 9 times 5 is 45. So we've therefore got a remainder of 4. And then we've got exactly 45 here. So 9 goes into 45 5 times. So it's quite nice when you've not got to deal with decimals. Next one though, we've got a decimal answer for this one. So our next one is 42 divided by 12. So 12 into 4 does not go. Now 12 into 42 goes exactly 3 times, but we've got a remainder here, but we've run out of digits. So what we do is we write in a decimal point here, we pop a 0 in on the bottom of our bus stop, and then we've got a remainder of 6, and that is because 12 times 3 gives you 36, and then you've got 6 more until you get to 42. And then 12 into 60, well, that goes exactly 5 times. So we've got 3.5 as our answer for this one. Okay, so we'll have a look at another one which involves a decimal now then. So our next one is 52 divided by 16. So we write 52 there, 16 there. Now your 16 times table, that's perhaps one that maybe is perhaps not one you're a little bit less familiar with maybe, so you might want to write out some multiples of 16 there. So we've got 16, 32, 48, 64, and then 80. So we'll write out the first 5. Obviously we're only dividing 52 here, so we can probably stop down here anyway with that 64. So 16 into 5 doesn't go, so you carry your 5 across, and then we can do 16 into 52, which as you can see goes 3 times. So we then got our decimal point that needs to go in, write our 0 after that, and we've got a remainder of 4. 16 only goes into 40 twice. We've got a remainder of 8 this time, so we've got to write our 0 here. And then we've got 16 into 80, which goes 5 times exactly. So that will be 3.25 for your final answer there. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 just to have a practice with there then. So if you just have a practice of these without your calculator, pause your video and then you can check your answers after that. Okay, so here are your answers to these questions. So quite a tricky one at the bottom there with that 595 divided by 8. So hopefully you managed to get that one right. Now there are lots of great websites you can practice this a little bit further. Websites like Maths Genie, Corbit. Division seems to be the one that people do find the most challenging, actually. So perhaps you know, that if that's the case for you, get that practice in, because it will help you when it comes to that paper one that you will do around the end of May. Okay, thanks very much for listening. If you like what you're seeing here and hearing, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to upload a lot more videos over the next few months, and they're all going to be targeted at people who are trying to get that grade 4 or grade 5 on the GCSE Maths Foundation. Okay, thanks very much for listening. Bye bye.